What is down, everybody? It's your main Crystal Pancake. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about umbrellas. Umbrellas are a interesting topic for sure. Rich history in umbrellas. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's rich, like a chocolate lava cake type rich, you know. But today, I'm going to be talking about why, me personally, I don't like umbrellas very much. Now, it's not that I hate umbrellas. It's not that I have anything against the premise of an umbrella. The idea of an umbrella is quite inspiring. Yeah, it's got flaws. It's got flaws in it. It's time for them to be fixed, you know? So first we're going to go over like the problem that I have with umbrellas, okay? Number 1. It's too big. It's too bulky, right? It's hard to carry around. All right. Yes, it's useful. You know, it's going to keep me dry. Allegedly. I mean, yeah, I know like some of them are like this big to carry around, but that's still big. You don't want to carry something like that around all the time, right? You don't want to carry a log around with you all the time. Where are you going to put it? You know, in your back pocket? No. On your keychain? You would not. No, that would not go well. You know what I mean? So then you get into the aspect of having to remember it when it rains. Now, this may not be an issue for you because you may have, you know, the IQ above a chipmunk, but I don't. Me personally, if I don't see rain out of my window, I will not remember to bring an umbrella or a rain jacket or any kind of protection against aqua. So, like, I'm not going to look at the forecast. If the sun is shining, so am I. You know what I mean? So, like, if I'm going to dinner or something, and this, you know, the sun's out, guns out, you know, I eat dinner, and then I open the door, and it's raining, guess I'm getting wet. I'm not gonna remember it, you know, and that's because it's, I can't carry it around all the time. If it was something that I could carry around all the time, then I would probably remember it. But then we also get to the point of, is it really that big of a problem being wet, you know? For some people, yeah, I'm sure it is. For some people, they probably hate being moist. But me, I don't mind it. Unless it's cold, I don't care if I get a little hydrated skin. You know what I mean? I don't mind it. Now, if it's cold, no, I'm not. No, I don't do the cold very well. But if it's like a hot summer day and it's like a nice cool rain, sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to get a little wet outside, you know what I mean? Also, the umbrella gets wet. Now, at first glance, this may not seem like an issue, okay? Isn't that the point? Well, yes. But hear me out, okay? It's raining, it's pouring, cats and dogs are falling from the sky. It is cloudy with a chance of monsoon. And you got your umbrella, like you're safe from the elements. You walk inside. What do you do with the umbrella, right? Like if I walk into your house with a soaking wet umbrella and just like shake it into your carpet, I don't think you would be very happy with me. So like when you get inside, what do you do? Now like there's a way you can like kind of like go halfway through the door and shake it right outside the door and then bring it in. But it's so much of a hassle that a lot of times you end up just folding it up and putting it somewhere wet, and then it just festers in moisture. That's how you get mold, people, alright? That's how you get mold. So that's an issue. And also, final talking point here, well, no, second to last, there's the possibility of it causing misfortune, and you're probably confused about that. I am too, but I'm gonna try to explain it to myself, and in turn, to you. It's alleged that if you open an umbrella while inside, it brings bad luck. And sometimes, you know, accidents happen. If you're always carrying around an umbrella, one day you're gonna accidentally hit the button and it's gonna fling out, poof, and then you're gonna get hit by a bus because of bad luck. And it's been, so think about that. Think about that. And now, my final point is that they don't always work very well. Sometimes they cause you to get more wet. And I have an example. This was last year at some point. I think it was, I don't remember. But me and my family, we're going to church. because we're holy. We were getting it done in God's name, all right. But God decided to make it pour, like the hardest rain that I've seen in a very long time, all right. God was like, y'all going to church? I'm gonna make it hard on you, all right. You ain't been in 3 months, so I'm gonna show you that you need it. You know, like it was kind of like a type deal. So it is like pouring, and we park, and we're like a ways away from the building, right? And we're like, oh man, none of us have rain jackets on. Oh man, it's gonna be so cold, because this was like fall time. And we're like, oh man, it's gonna be cold. We're gonna be wet, and then we're gonna have to go in church and be wet. And my mom's like, not to fear, there is an umbrella in the back seat. And I'm like, oh, thank God, we're saved. Jesus is shining upon me today. So I'm like, I got this. I reach back, because I was already there. I reached to the, like, way back, grab it. I'm like, we got this, Mom. And my dad and my sister were like, we're just gonna run. We're just gonna run for it. And I was like, we're gonna take our time, because we have an umbrella. All four of us get out of the car at once. My mom, my dad and sister go, just gone. Just pew, like horses at the Kentucky Derby. They were just boom. Reaction time of a ninja. I get out all nonchalantly because I'm like, not to worry. I don't need to be speedy. I have protection. Get out, pop the umbrella, gust of wind. Umbrella flips inside out. Now what? Me and my mom are standing there looking at each other, getting buckets of water dropped on our heads with an inside-out umbrella because a small gust of wind came through. So I'm trying to push it down to fix it. She's just frazzled. We both grab it. We're trying to push it back down, getting poured on the entire time. And then a kind, godly gentleman came over and asked if we needed help. And I was like, yes, please. And he had a rain jacket on because he's incompetent. And he finally comes over and helps us out. And it was lifesaver. But we were still completely wet, and we looked like absolute goobers walking around under an umbrella, soaking wet. But that's beside the point. Faulty umbrellas. It happens. How can we make umbrellas better? Because like it's a service that like is probably needed, right? First thing is we need to innovate more. I mean, humans, we have thumbs, you know? We can change things. We can build things. You want to know when the umbrella was invented? 3,500 years ago, approximately. You know how much has changed? Not much. They're pretty much the same. They've got springs now. But you know, I feel like there's been so much time and no innovation has come about. So how can we innovate this? How can we change things up, right? Well, first off, center pole of an umbrella. Like you've got the umbrella part, and you got the pole that leads down to the handle, right? That doesn't have to be heavy duty, all right? We can make that hollow, and we can put stuff inside of it. Now, I know there's some umbrellas that like double as canes and stuff like that. There's some cool stuff out there, but it's not mainstream, you know? We need Big Umbrella to innovate and change, all right? We need a risk taker up at Big Umbrella Corp. So I've got some ideas. I was just spitballing here. Before I hit record, I was just thinking. One thing that you could like attach to the handle and unscrew real quick and is a knife, a dagger. I feel like that would be a good idea, because you're just walking around with your umbrella at midnight one night, walking down the street in the rain. Someone comes up behind you, give me all your money, and you just stab them in the neck. You know, they never see it coming. And you know what would go down? You know what percentage would plummet? Robberies of people holding umbrellas. The other thing I'm thinking is a type of flask, so I could put my sweet tea in it. Alright, because let me tell you, sometimes you go places and you sit down for like 2-3 hours. You know, sometimes you go to like an award show or something. You got like 3 hours of just sitting there, and if you get up, it's looked down upon, you know. So I could fill up my umbrella with some Dr. Pepper or some sweet tea, you know, or you know, another drink if you choose. I don't dictate. And you could have like a little straw and you could sip on your umbrella. Seems like a good idea to me. Another idea, if you've ever seen The Kingsman, they had some pretty cool umbrellas that were weapons that shot projectiles and were also projectile proof and also waterproof. So like, there's a lot of innovation there. I'm surprised nobody's really enacted that idea. Another thing is a flute. I mean, that would make the perfect little bass for a flute, you know? Just unscrew the little top part, or whatever sound a flute makes. So that's a few ideas of possibilities, you know? The possibilities are truly endless, as long as it can fit in a small cylindrical tube. And the final suggestion I have to like how to change it is just to make it smaller. Like an umbrella, like the smallest of umbrellas are like this big, right? If we could cut them down to like just like that big, you know, like the size of a pepper spray, right? And you just like hit a button and it pops out, and you know, so that you could carry it around in your purse or on your keychain or something like that. I think that would make it much more convenient. It's hard to remember to carry one. It's too big to carry around all the time conveniently. So if it's small and you can carry it around all the time, you won't forget it. And then you'll always have protection from the rain and the elements. Big umbrella, take these ideas as you will. These are my thoughts on umbrellas. Let me know, are you an umbrella fan? Are you anti-umbrella, pro-umbrella? Do you walk around with an umbrella at all times? If so, I mean, good for you, but yeah, that's about it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Smash like for umbrellas. Subscribe if you are also looking for more creativity in the umbrella space. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Make someone else's day better if you can, and I will see all y'all later.